In today's world, we often chase after success, wealth, and prosperity, not realizing that the answers to our struggles might lie in the most subtle details of our environment. Have you ever found yourself asking why, despite your best efforts, wealth seems to come and go instead of staying? What if I told you the secret could be as simple as the direction your money frog is facing in your home? It might sound hard to believe, but ancient wisdom and modern energy psychology suggests that the placement of even the smallest symbol can have a profound effect on your subconscious and life. In this video, we are going to uncover the quiet truth about one of the most misunderstood spiritual symbols, the money frog. It's more than just a cute decoration. Its direction can either invite or repel wealth. By learning to position it correctly, you might just realign not only your finances, but also your space and mindset. This isn't magic, it's energy psychology. So let's take a deep dive into the small yet powerful ritual of placing the money frog. Let's start with a story. Imagine you live in a quiet town, a place where the air is always fresh and the scent of cedar wood fills the atmosphere. This town feels like it's been forgotten by time. In the middle of it, there's a small repair shop. The shop has no sign, no lights, just a worn wooden door with a cracked window. But every time someone enters, a small bell chimes. And inside is Ezra, a repairman who isn't just known for fixing things. Ezra fixes what is broken, not just in objects, but in the people who come to him. His customers didn't just leave with their items mended. They left with a sense of peace and alignment. One rainy Thursday, a man named Cole walked into Ezra's shop. Cole was 35 years old, dressed in a sharp gray suit that seemed to hide his exhaustion. His business, which spanned the fields of tech, marketing, and finance, was struggling. Sales had decreased. Deals slipped through cracks that he couldn't see. Every pivot he attempted only seemed to take him further from peace. Despite the tension in his shoulders, he didn't share his worries with Ezra. Ezra didn't ask either. He simply poured him some tea and nodded toward a dusty corner of the room where a small three-legged bronze frog rested on a shelf. "Do you know what that is?" Ezra asked softly. "A paperweight?" Cole guessed, unsure. Ezra smiled and explained that it was a money frog, a symbol from the East meant to attract wealth and prosperity. Most people place it near the door, thinking it invites good fortune into their home. But here's the catch. If it faces outward, it's not inviting wealth in, it's showing wealth the way out. Cole stared, taken aback by the simplicity yet profoundness of the statement. Ezra continued, "It's not just about the frog. It's about your attention, your direction, and your energy. When everything in your world is facing outward, goals, pressure to earn, the constant hustle, you forget how to receive." That simple shift in perspective, the direction of the frog, opened something in Cole. It wasn't just about rearranging furniture, it was about adjusting his mindset. The next day, Cole returned home and decided to take action. He found a similar frog he had bought years ago on a trip and turned it to face inward, into the space where he worked and dreamed. As he sat down to work, he allowed himself to pause and feel the subtle shift in his energy. What followed was not magic, but alignment. Calls returned, clients remembered him, ideas started flowing again. But most importantly, Cole wasn't chasing anymore. He was receiving. He wasn't just changing the direction of a frog, he was changing his relationship with abundance. He was no longer constantly pursuing wealth. He was creating space for it to come to him. This leads us to a larger question. What does the placement of objects in our homes say about our inner world? Many people think of their homes as nothing more than bricks and paint, but they are so much more than that. They are a reflection of who we are and what we believe. And every object in your home, from furniture to decorations, carries an energy that communicates with your subconscious mind. The money frog is a symbol of prosperity, stability, and financial abundance. When placed facing inward, it becomes a silent messenger, inviting these qualities into your home. But if it faces outward, toward the door or a window, it's energetically telling your space, wealth, go away. Energy psychology teaches us that our environment is constantly communicating with us, and sometimes we don't even realize it. When the frog is facing outward, you might not immediately notice, but your nervous system picks up on this energy. It causes you to tense up, act out of fear, and feel like you're constantly chasing after something that always seems just out of reach. But when you turn the frog inward, you begin to shift that energy. You're telling your subconscious that you are open and ready to receive, that abundance isn't something you have to chase, it's something you welcome. To truly understand how the direction of the frog can affect your life, we must look at how to incorporate it into your daily practice. Here's a simple yet powerful ritual to help you harness the energy of the money frog. The first step is finding the right place for your frog. In Feng Shui, the southeast corner is often considered the wealth area, but the frog can also be placed by your front door or anywhere that represents opportunity for you. What's important is that the frog faces inward, toward the heart of the home, signaling that you are ready to receive abundance. Place the frog on a low shelf or table, never on the floor. Elevation helps the frog gather and hold energy. When placed on a high pedestal, it may seem detached from everyday life, while placing it on the floor can cause the energy to scatter. The frog should be seen, but not idolized. Red is the color of vitality and prosperity. A small red ribbon around the frog, or a red cloth beneath it, activates its energy. This infusion of red represents life force and abundance, making the frog a more potent symbol of wealth. Just as you would cleanse your own energy, it's important to cleanse your frog. Dust and grime can accumulate over time, dulling the energy of the object. Clean it once a week with a soft cloth and use that time to reset your own energy too. A simple act of care can restore the frog's vibrancy and realign your space. The final step in this ritual is to speak your intention. When you place the frog, take a deep breath and silently affirm that abundance is welcome in your space. Words are powerful, and the more you say them with intention, the more they'll shape the energy in your life. Now that you know how to position your frog, let's discuss a few common mistakes people make that unintentionally block prosperity. The biggest mistake is facing the frog outward, toward the door, window, or street. This sends the message to your space and subconscious that you are pushing wealth away. Simply turning the frog inward can reverse this energy. Bathrooms, kitchens, and bedrooms are not ideal for placing the frog. These rooms are built for flow and transformation, not accumulation. Instead, place the frog in rooms where you engage with creativity or rest in an open way, like your office or living room. If the frog is chipped, dusty, or forgotten, it loses its energy. Take the time to care for it, clean it, and reconnect with its purpose. Avoid placing the frog near sharp objects like scissors or knives. These items carry an active, cutting energy that can interfere with the frog's nurturing energy. When placed near these objects, the wealth flow can be severed. Now that we've learned about the importance of proper placement, the real magic happens when we connect with the symbol of the money frog on a deeper level. It's not just about where the frog is positioned in your space, it's about the energy and intention you imbue into it. This is where the ritual comes into play, and it's a practice you can incorporate into your daily routine. Rituals like these are powerful because they help align your inner world with the outer world. A ritual is a series of actions performed with intention. The money frog isn't just a decoration, it's a representation of your relationship with abundance. By placing it with care, attention, and reverence, you can begin to shift your own relationship with prosperity. This is not about controlling energy, but about allowing energy to flow freely and naturally. Here's how you can perform a ritual to connect with your money frog. First, find a quiet space in your home where you can be present with your frog. This space doesn't need to be large, just a corner of your home that feels calm and peaceful. If possible, light a white candle. White represents clarity and purity, and the soft light will create an atmosphere of peace. Lay down a red cloth under the frog. Red is associated with vitality, prosperity, and grounding, so this step activates the energy of abundance. The red cloth creates a visual connection between the frog and the flow of prosperity. You may also choose to light a stick of incense. The smoke represents the connection between the material world and the spiritual realm, bridging the visible and invisible energies. It helps create a sacred space where intentions can be set and received. Stand before the frog with one hand on your heart. Close your eyes and take a few deep breaths, in and out, slowly. Allow yourself to feel grounded and centered. In this moment, let go of any stress, anxiety, or clutter in your mind. You are creating space for something new. Now speak your intention aloud. This isn't a chant or a wish, it's a declaration. Speak with conviction, knowing that what you say is being received by the universe. Your words will shape the energy around you. For example, you could say, I welcome the flow of gentle abundance into this space. I give thanks for all that has come and is yet to come. I keep my heart clear like still water so that prosperity may not only arrive, but feel safe to stay. This affirmation not only invites wealth into your space, but also helps reinforce your own sense of worthiness. Remember, true wealth isn't just about the money that comes into your life. It's about being in alignment with the flow of abundance and allowing it to stay. After you've spoken your affirmation, sit quietly for a moment. Allow the words to resonate with you. Notice how your body feels. Stay with the energy of stillness, peace, and trust. This ritual is meant to remind you that you are not just waiting for abundance to arrive, you are preparing yourself to receive it. As we move forward, let's explore the deeper meaning of wealth. Wealth isn't simply about having a lot of money. It's about creating space to receive. It's about removing the obstacles that keep you from feeling worthy of prosperity. Often people chase wealth without realizing that the key is not to chase it, but to create an environment where it can freely flow toward you. Wealth is also not just financial, it includes emotional, mental, and spiritual abundance. True wealth starts within. When we allow ourselves to feel worthy of receiving, we align ourselves with the flow of prosperity. The money frog symbolizes this process. When it faces inward, it acts as a reminder that abundance is not something we have to seek endlessly. It is something we must allow into our lives. When we stop chasing, we make space for prosperity to arrive naturally. The frog, with its quiet presence, reminds us of this shift. The truth is, real transformation often begins with small, seemingly insignificant actions. We tend to overlook the small things, thinking they don't matter. But the way we place objects in our homes, the way we take care of them, and the intentions we set in our environment, all of these things have a profound impact on our lives. The placement of the money frog is a perfect example of how a small action can lead to significant shifts in energy and life. It's about creating a mindful space where abundance can grow. But it's also about consistency. The more you perform this ritual, the more you begin to align with the energy of prosperity. And with time, this shift becomes part of your reality. When you take time to arrange your space with care, to clean and nurture the symbols that represent prosperity in your life, you start to reprogram your environment. And as you reprogram your space, you are simultaneously reprogramming your mind and your approach to wealth. Remember, the placement of your money frog is more than just about good fortune. It is an ongoing practice of aligning with abundance, trusting in the flow of life, and embracing your worthiness. It is about creating a space where prosperity both material and spiritual, can take root and grow. This ritual, like all rituals, is about intention. It is about choosing, consciously and deliberately, to create a space where you can receive. And in that space, abundance doesn't just flow in, it stays. If you have followed along so far, I hope you now understand how this small yet powerful symbol can change your relationship with prosperity. You may have heard of Feng Shui or other forms of energy work before, but what we're talking about here is something even more personal. It's the energy you create with your own hands, heart, and mind. Thank you for joining me on this journey of mindful living, sacred spaces, and spiritual abundance. I hope this video has helped you see things in a new light, and I encourage you to incorporate this ritual into your own life. Let it be a reminder that you are worthy of abundance in all its forms. So the next time you look at your money frog, don't just see it as a decoration, see it as a messenger, a symbol of your readiness to receive. By positioning it with care, performing the ritual with intention, and aligning your space with the flow of prosperity, you're doing more than just attracting wealth. You are creating the conditions for abundance to enter your life and stay. Remember, it's not just about the frog, it's about you. The way you align your space reflects the way you align your life. True wealth doesn't start with money. It starts with the belief that you are worthy of receiving, that abundance is already on its way, and that your life can be a sanctuary for all the good things that are coming your way.